the basic summary of where we're up to as a church is the time has come for us to buy a place that we can call home. Maybe we could say a base that we can call home. And let me give you 3 reasons why we need to do that. 3 reasons why we've got to the point where as a church we actually need to look for our own church building. And I'll address the question about this one in a moment as well. 3 quick reasons. We want a home base for growing mission. As things grow, we want a place where people can come, where people can hear the word of God and actually become Christians. We want a place where people can be saved, and we want a place where people can grow and be deeply transformed by the word. And so if you're thinking, what's the main reason, what's the one takeaway? We want to find a home base that can be ours so that we can continue to focus on our mission. That's what it's all about, seeing people saved, seeing people deeply transformed. The second reason why the time has come to do that is because we actually need a home base for stable mission, so that there's some security as we go forward of having a place to meet. That is, every year we don't have to be wondering where we're going to meet this year and then moving and the change is hard and all that. We can have certainty. We find a home that'll actually work for us long term. The other benefit of doing that, by the way, is as we're in a place that's ours and we can use it midweek, is other people become more easily aware that we exist as well. And that's good for the growth of the gospel. So a home base for growing mission, a home base for stable mission, and a home base, thirdly, for future mission. We want a home base that allows us to do ministry for generations to come. We don't want to be a church that just exists for the next 5 years, 10 years. We want to have a home base where our kids can grow up and one day bring their kids to hear the gospel, and we're thinking generationally. So it's a valuable resource for our mission, but it's also a pressing need. There's actually just a kind of an urgency to it. The Salvos have given us the heads up about this building. We've enjoyed being here. We're on good terms with the Salvos. They're good friends, but they've given us the heads up. We're not going to be able to stay here long term. They have other plans for the building, and so time is up. We're going to have to move anyway, and as we move, it's good to be thinking we actually want to get to the point where this building would have been too small anyway. So would this building work? Well, it's not an option, and it probably would be too small long term as well. So there's a pressing need. So where does all that leave us? It leaves us with looking for a building that can work as a home base for our mission. That's going to cost us about $3 million. So as we've done the numbers and looked around, we think we'll be able to find something that works for about $3 million. And so the first step in that is to raise a deposit, to gather a deposit together of about 20%, about $600,000. So that's what we're aiming for as our first step together, to gather a deposit of at least $600,000. Someone said to me the other day, what if someone decided they wanted to give $1 million? Well, okay, let's raise a deposit of $1,600,000. Great. So it's a kind of a floor, okay? And so what this does for us is it gives us a challenge and an opportunity to think about giving generously and gladly to something that brings God glory. Okay, to actually give towards the work of the gospel in a pretty serious way, but in a way that's going to see the gospel make an impact on the Gold Coast long term. So what we've done is we're setting aside the last day of October. Okay, about 3 months away, the last Sunday of October, to be a pledge day where we can actually say, this is what I'm able to give. Anonymously, but to actually indicate, each one of us, this is what I'm able to give. So that as going forward as a church, we know this is what we're dealing with, this is the deposit we have, this is what we can actually do together as a church. So the last Sunday of October will be Pledge Day. What that means is it gives us plenty of time to talk about it, to ask questions, to think about it, to be praying together about it, and to look at our finances and think, what am I able to do that contributes to what God is doing here?